Hello. We need light, right? Hello, people. I see one person there. How are you doing today? Get the red light. Hello. I am here, guys. Welcome to the live show this morning, 11:51 a.m. I'm gonna give some people time to join me. Let me switch off this computer over here. That way it doesn't bring a lot of light. Brightness in here. Hello, people. 4 people have joined me. Thank you for joining me. I am live on YouTube. Guys, I need you to tell me if you can see me or you can hear me. Let me call some people here. We have another session. I'm gonna give it 4 minutes before we start. Welcome to Charity's Bubble. I am here, guys. Say hi. Type and say hi. I'm gonna acknowledge you here in a little bit, guys. Hello, good morning. 10 people. Thank you for joining me. I am going to be answering your questions in this session. Guys, 12 people, thank you for joining me at this morning. It's still morning, 7 minutes to noon here in the USA, Wichita, Kansas. I think I should switch off this computer of mine here because too much brightness. There, good. That's better. Thank you for joining me, guys. This is Charity's Bubble USA, your #1 channel. And this computer does not want to turn off. I think it's off. Yeah. So how are you this morning, 2nd of November, 2023, guys? And we have 7 days only to beat the deadline for the DV 2023. And I hope that you guys have done the application, 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Join me, call your friends to come and join me here this morning, 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Like I said, I'm gonna give it 4 minutes. Before I start acknowledging people, we are live on YouTube, guys. We are live, and I need you to tell me if you can hear me well. I need you to let me know if you can hear me well. In this session, guys, you are awesome people. I really do love you guys just for supporting this channel, just for watching my videos, and just for, just for everything, even just giving the video a thumbs up. I hope that you have started by giving this video a thumbs up, guys. I really do appreciate you guys for that. 3 minutes, 35 seconds, guys. And I need you to ask me questions. I normally like to do these live sessions so that I can answer your questions, guys, because I believe it is important for me to come back and answer your questions. It's very important. So that is why I do my live shows. I know I've been having some technicalities, but I've tried all my best to rectify all my equipment, rectify my internet. So I hope that you're doing well. So I'm going to start here in a little bit. So it's 4 minutes, 12 seconds. Today is November 2nd of 2023. And I hope, guys, that you have filled out the green card. You're not waiting for the last minute. Because if you are waiting for the last minute, you might get a shock of your life, whereby you find that the website will be jammed because people like waiting for the last minute, and then everything goes away. So guys, thank you for joining me. So I have Grace Wairimo there. Thank you for joining me. Pauline, hello. Bubbly Charity, thank you. Karanja Mwaura. Today I'm using the YouTube website. So if you don't see me whatever your name here on the screen, I don't know if I'm able to do that. So what I'll do, I just read your comments on my side of the screen. Because today I'm trying to use a different website because the other one really was disappointing me, and I need you guys to tell me if my picture is freezing, because I was using a different one and my picture kept on freezing. I worked on my internet and it kept on freezing. So today I'm trying a new one. So I need you to tell me if my the you know the picture is freezing now. So Grace Warimo waiting eagerly here. Thank you, already tuned. Grace Warimo, thank you for those thumbs up. Pauline, hello, Bubbly Charity. Thank you. Karanja Maura, hi Charity, waiting to listen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hailin Momanyi, hello Charity. Amadeo Felipe, hello Charity. How are you? I'm doing fine. Tabs Shiro, hi Charity, waiting. Thank you, Ruth Dengo. Hi Charity from Kenya, Nairobi. Masi Kamau, nimefika. Aki hiyo kicheko. Yeah, I tell you guys, you have to be happy. You just need to be happy, guys. Dixon Magongo from Kenya, thank you. David Dashna, my friend there. Ruth Denko, can one still apply? I'll answer that question here in a little bit minor. David, loud and clear. Thank you, thank you. Karanja Maura, hi Charity. Karanja from Eldoret. Today's topic is answering anybody's question. I have questions from the WhatsApp group. I have the questions from the comments that you have made when you have watched my videos. I am going to answer those ones, and I am also going to answer questions that you post here on this live show. Jackie, hi Charity. Welcome, dear. Thank you. It's better now. Grace Wairimo, thank you for letting me know that it's better. I was struggling. I do not like substandard, so I was really feeling bad, and I hope I'm glad that it's better. Jessie Paul, the beautiful angel, hi Charity. Bond, I'm a bond. Is it possible? I'm gonna answer that one. Shy Reality TV, hi there. Is it a must to have a host, Jackie? Only in volume there is a small echo, so I think I'm gonna work on that. On the echo. Um, Jesse Paul, the beautiful angel, waiting to listen. Now, guys, thank you for joining me. I can see 16 people are watching me. I can see 16 thumbs up. I need you guys to kindly give this video a thumbs up, and I am going to look at your questions here. Let me start with this one that I can see on this screen. Now, can one still apply if the passport is still expiring in December? Yes, you can, because like I said that when you are doing the application, let me adjust my camera there just a little bit. When you are doing your application, the camera has to be current at that time. It has to be current. So when it is current, you can apply. And then after you do that, what you are gonna do is that when you win your DV, you will go and renew your passport, or you can even renew your passport even if you don't win, because you do not know about whether you want to go somewhere else. And like I said, I am going to be talking about different pathways that you can use to come to the US. So very, very important. It's okay. You can do the application. It ends on the 9th. So you should have go, if you haven't done it, go do it today. Let me see. Is it possible to apply for a job outside America and the employers financing the visa and the rest? No, you can apply. Like I remember that that video that I did about the cruise ship. 19 people are watching. Thank you, thank you. There's that video I did about the cruise ship, and also I did another video about nursing jobs that you can apply. You find that when you do the application and they reply back to you to give you the email address that on the email address that they have picked you up, the rest is upon you. You have to pay for your embassy visa and you have to pay for your airfare. They used to do that before to pay for people, but nowadays they do not do that. So everything, if you get a job here in the US, 22 people have joined us. Thank you for joining me at this afternoon. It's 12 p.m. Here in the USA. So like I said, they are not going to pay anything for you. So you have to foot the bill of going to the embassy, and also your airfare. You have to have that, unfortunately. Now, Shy Reality TV is asking me, hi there, is it a must to have a host? Yes. After you win your green card, you must have a host. And why must you have a host? You must have a host because the host is your guide. Like I said, that is your guide. That person is going to show you point A and point B. That person is the one who will show you the pathway. because you find that when you come here and you do not have anybody to guide you, you will be very lost. So the first thing that is a requirement after you win your DV lottery is your host. And like I said, do not start looking at for a host right now simply because you did the application, because you do not know whether you're going to win or not. I keep on telling you guys, it's a lottery. You can be picked or you cannot be picked. So I need you guys to have that. But after you have been selected, it's a must that you provide a host, and your host must give you an address. That one you will write on your DS-260, and then when you write that on your DS-260, when you go to the American Embassy for your interview, the consular might ask you, where are you going to live? And that is the address that your host has given you is where you are going to tell them that you are going to live. So if you do not have a host, you find that those can be grounds of either being denied the visa or your visa being delayed. So you really, really need to look for a host. So watching from Carol Zambo. I hope I pronounced your name nicely. Rashid Donald, hello, how are you? I want to know the cost of medical and green card visa. Now I said roughly, just roughly, everything for an individual person. Let me see where you're calling me. Whatever I would say, like I'm gonna say in dollars, it's like $2,000 for an individual person. That would cover your medical, your visa and your airfare to come here in the US. So if you have a family, you do that roughly, you multiply with the number of people, because even if it's a 1-day-old child, they'll need a visa and they'll need to be paid for the airfare. So very, very important. And like I said, when you're going for your medical exam, make sure that you carry your vaccination. Why are you carrying your vaccinations? So that when you have carried your vaccinations, they will see that you have a record. That way you don't have to go through all those series of vaccinations, because if you do not have them, believe me that you will get all those injections and it is not a joke. So make sure that you are having that. So that one, Jesse, the beautiful Joy is saying on my side, you're loud and clear. Thank you for that. Hi Charity, is it possible to get jobs as healthcare assistants? May you please help? No, sometimes it's hard, and you find that the websites or what I talk about what I know that you can get a job. But getting a job, like you apply from Kenya as a healthcare assistant, like a CNA, it might be hard for you to get that kind of job. It might be hard. But when you are a nurse, when you're a registered nurse, you find that it's very easy for you to get a job through the agency. But for the CNAs, they do not advertise. I haven't seen an agency that is advertising unless one comes up. But like I said, there are other pathways that you can use to come to the US. Now, my host troubles me all the time. What should I do? How does your host trouble you, Helena? Whatever. Who is that? Yeah, so I don't know what you should do about that. Just try and see if you'll get a good host. Charity, is it possible to come to the USA while you are waiting for green card to come out? Yes, the green card will be issued to you when you are. The green card will be issued to you when you are here in the US. So what will happen after you get your green card? After you get your visa, they will tell you to pay a fee for your green card. But when you come here, your green card will be delivered maybe after 8 weeks on your host's address, the address that you gave, because maybe you have not moved out. You will do that. And if you go to your house and then you move out immediately, like I said, if you have watched the video that is current right now, it's a few hours old that I put there. I said that when you are a permanent resident, when you come and live here in the US, if you move out from your host to another place, or you go to live another place that you had not given in the American embassy, you have to report that you have moved. You report to the post office that you have moved, so that your letters can start coming to the current address that you are in. That's very important. That's very, very important. And guys, I need you, if you haven't watched that video, make sure that if you haven't watched that video, make sure that you go and watch it, because it talks of a lot of stuff about the permanent resident that you should know. You should know that information, especially if you are selected for DV 2023, or you have already been selected for DV 2022. Very, very important information that I gave on that video that you should look at and know who is a permanent resident, or what is a permanent resident required to do or what guidelines are they supposed to follow for them to stay in status, because you have to stay in status. And remember, when you are a permanent resident, if you do not stay in status, guys, if you violate the laws, if you know, go watch that video and you see if your permanent residency can be revoked or you can be deported. So you have to go look at that whatever at that video. Now there's a cruise ship application still available. Now go to when you go to my videos, and I'm not able to pull out my website right now. You find that there is a place that the second video that I did, first of all, I said where to apply for a cruise ship job. When you go to that, I have pulled out the website where you apply. So when you go to that website, what you do, you type the job that you want to do. I remember I gave an example there on that video. I typed if you want to be a chef. If you want to be a bartender, and those ones, they came up. When they came up, you find that you apply on there. They tell you the instructions on the application. Kindly go watch that video that said where can I apply for a cruise ship job. It is there on my website, and you will see it, and you will know how to navigate that website or where to go for that website. I have really explained on that. Now, Charity, which are the best states to live when you win the DV? Now, the state that you are going to live in, guys, depends on it depends on your host, because we say that you must have a full host, so your guide will be the host. Now, we have different states here in the US, and all the states, you find that there are states that are high cost living, and there are states that are low cost living. For example, if you want to go and live in New York, if you want to go and live in California, you find that, or maybe you want to go and live in some place like Massachusetts, those states are a little bit expensive. But if you come interior, like where I live in Kansas, or a place like Missouri, you find that those states, they are not very expensive. And for me, it doesn't matter which state that you are living in, because the housing standard in the US is the same. The housing standards, they have a certain criteria that the houses have to have. Every house, before you enter, you will find that there is a fridge, you will find that there is a cooker, and there is a dishwasher. Those ones must be there. And others, they go overboard, and they put in a microwave, and they put in a clothes washer. So you find that for me, I would prefer to go to a state that I am not I don't need to utilize a lot of money, and at the same time, I prefer going to a state whereby if I wanted to buy a house, I would be able to buy a house. But there's another thing that you have to consider when you're going to a state. If you want like the high tech stuff and whatever, you find that you can go and live in New York and whatever, but it's a little bit different, because you find that if you go to live in New York, most of the time you'll be going to work, you have to use a train, because the traffic there is crazy. So you find that most people who live there in the town, they go with the train. But you find that here, well, like where I live in Kansas, it is just very calm and collected, whereby I just wake up in the morning. If I'm going somewhere, I take my car, I go somewhere for 15 minutes, and then I come back. So it depends. But your guide will be your host. Of course, after you have been hosted, I said you're not going to live with your host forever. So what you're going to do after you move out, you will decide, where do I want to go live? So I talk about Kansas because that's where I live. I talk about Missouri. I also know that Seattle is really good to go and live in Seattle. Washington is really good. You can go and live there. So it depends. You cannot choose for anybody, but the first instance, you will be guided by your host. So but that's a very important question. So Francis Nganga, thank you for thank you for joining me there. That's my husband there. I just like, he just likes to support me. And I really, when he comes and finds me online, like I just really like to acknowledge him. So hello, darling, you're doing a great stuff. Thank you. This is even for someone who is out there, your spouse, the person that you're married to, it's always good to encourage them, because that encouragement goes very far away, guys. So if you're married and whatever, make sure that your spouse, you're encouraging them in whatever that they are doing, just to give them that morale in whatever that they're doing. Now, Wilson Kenge, I'm here watching you from Abu Dhabi. I have a question. After winning, can I live my people, and go alone. In your DS-260, when you're filling out your DS-260, you find that they will ask you, are you going to travel alone or are you going to travel with your family? So you will indicate there. Most of the time, it becomes hard to travel with your family because it's a lot of money for the airfare. Of course, you will pay the airfare like one way because you're just going to live in the US, but you find that maybe it's like let me say like 75,000 Kenya shillings. That would be like $750. So that money you find that you might not be able to raise for the whole family. But if you're leaving your family behind, you must make sure that the visa, because even if they are being left behind, you will go for the interview together. I need you to get that, and they will be given a visa, and it will only be valid for 6 months. So you have to make sure that before 6 months are over, your family members have come to live in the US. It's very, very important for you to do that. So they give you that whatever because they understand. I told you that they are humans and they understand and they know that sometimes you might have a hardship of having fare. So they give you that option, but you have to come to for your family before 6 months are over. Now, hi Charity, what advice will you give to both husband and wife? I got selected and case numbers is very low and almost on the same range. Now, guys, I told you if you have one DV 2022, they started processing those ones in October, last October, and that is why it's called DV 2022. So we have October, November, up to September of next year. So guys, I need you to be patient. And why I'm telling you to be patient, I always tell you that when we found out that we had won, we found that in May. We waited. We didn't even know that they start processing in October. We didn't know all that. So we waited until the next year in January. End of January is when we got the second notification letter to go for our interview. So you see, that's a long time because it was June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January is when we got the notification. That was 8 months later. So guys, I need you to hold on and just be patient. That email is going to come. You could only be worried if you are a DV22 winner and it is September 2023. It's the end of the month and you have not gotten anything. That one you could be worried. But right now, I need you just to be patient because it takes time. And if you had watched the first video when they announced the DV 2023, I put that video for that guy who was announcing, and he said that application is just the first step of a long process. It's a very long process, guys. It doesn't take a day. So you find that if they started processing DV 2022 in October and they have up to September of next year, you need to be patient because there is nothing you can do. You can only be patient and wait for them to come, to send you the notification. Okay? So I hope that we are together on that. Now, thanks so much for your responses. I will go to watch the video. Thank you, Bond. I'm a Bond. So Karanja Maura, kindly just be patient. Patience really pays. This is all about patience. Even when you come and live here in the US, it's gonna take you another 5 years before you start doing your application for your citizenship. So it takes time. And if you do not want to apply after 5 years, you can apply after your green card expires in 10 years. And still, if you do not want to be a US citizen, then you can renew your green card. So it depends on what you want. It's a long process that you have to undergo. So guys, I just need you to be patient. If you already have won the DV 2022, just be patient because it's just at the beginning of them processing those those notifications, and then they are going to send to you. They always have a whole year, so there's nothing to be in a hurry about. Now, Charity, kindly explain more about case number. If you get a higher like 60,000. Now, when I am explaining about the case number, I like explaining very easy way. What I say is that we know that it is 55,000 visas that are given to every as a whole, the whole world, right? In the countries that have been selected. Now that one, I hope you are clear on that. Number two, you find that they are divided into regions. So you find that Africa has a number or whatever. So let's assume like your number is I'm gonna give a very simple number. Your number is 10,000, and another person's number is like that. You said 60. Is it 60,000? Yeah, 60,000. Ooh, it's 60,000. I hope it is. So you find that the person who is 10,000 will go fast, but the person who has that 60,000 will be towards the end. So you find that you might be getting your second notification letter in July, August. You see what I mean? So all it means is patient. There are some people who have waited for close to 1 year, close to 9 months, and they still got their second notification letter. So guys, I need you guys to be very, very patient. This is a very long process, a very long process. All you can do is wait and check your email. So long as you filled out your DS260 properly, you find that all you can do is wait. Now, the time that you would worry is after, if you want the DV 2022, after September, and you don't receive any second notification letter, you find that there, then you should worry and you say, like, maybe you will never get it. Because I know that you can be selected and at the same time not get the second notification letter. It depends, guys. It always depends because, like I said, many people fill out the green card, so many people, but they only have 55,000. But that doesn't mean that it's only 55,000 people who are going to win to be selected. No, it is more. The number is always more. So there is always that chance that maybe you might not get. And that is why I normally say, guys, that you always have to give yourself room to recover. You know, you always have to give yourself that room to recover. I'm not trying to give you just to break your heart or whatever, but I'm telling you the reality. When I sit here, I always like to tell you guys the truth because these things happen. These things happen, but I'm not saying that you will not be selected, you will not be sent for the letter. What I'm saying is that just be patient. The year has just started. I know some people do not understand how these years work, but you find that from we started in 1st of October, they started processing the people who had won in 2021, and that is why it's called DV 2022. Now, you guys who have applied in 2022, yours will start to be processed in October. Of 2023. So guys, I need you to be patient. They have a whole more than 11 months to do the processing, so you can only be patient. That's the only thing that I can tell you guys. Blessing Nagoni, hi Charity. Thank you. Jedida Mudoni, hi Charity. Is there any problem of canceling DV application when you realize you don't have quality photos for the children? No, how are you canceling it? When you have submitted, you have submitted it. You cannot whatever, you cannot cancel it. If it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back, so you can't cancel it, so you just wait. And like I said, guys, actually I have done so many videos about how to do it properly, how to do the photo. So I always tell you guys, go watch those videos. Those videos are important. They are important because before I do a video, I sit down, I go to the website, I look so that I can give you the right information. I even did a video on how to know if your photo is correct. It's there on my whatever on my channel. So guys, what I can just tell you is that go read. I need you guys, and I told you that when you watch my channel, I want you like to start having another way of thinking. You know, the African way of life is that all of us, even me, I have that. I used to have that problem. Like we don't like reading a lot, or we don't like paying attention so much, and you find that sometimes maybe someone can tell you sign here, or maybe someone has listened to something, and then they come and give you. You know, like if I tell you something and you go and tell someone and the other person tells you, you find that it becomes different. But if you go to the source, and that is why I do my YouTube channel, because I have searched this information, I have come to present it to you according to how it is. So I need you, when you're watching a video, go watch it from the beginning to the end. You get so much. You get so much from that. So there is no way that you can cancel. If you have already made you have submitted the application, the only thing you can do is wait and pray about it. Now, let me see. Now, hi Charity, that is, my passport size photo is okay, but I don't have appropriate ones for my family members. Can I go ahead and apply? Now, you still have time. Please go and take photos that are right. Please go and take photos that are right. Because I told you guys that the only way to increase your chances of winning the DV lottery is by doing the right thing. If you do the right thing, you will increase your chances. If you do the wrong thing, then you find that you will decrease your chances. So guys, this is US. I tell you, this is USA. Things are done to the T. You know, they are done to the T. So you find that go have them take those photos, and then go to my go to my YouTube channel. I have said there's a video that has someone who is taking a photo. Go watch that video. You will know how to remove the background if it has a bad background, and you will know how to crop your photo so that it can fit to a passport photo. So kindly go do that. You still have days. We have 7 more days. That's a whole week. You can do that, and you can do the application so that you do not have something in your heart saying, maybe I did not win because my photos were wrong. So kindly go do that. I mean, so hello, Charity. My official language is not English. When KCC, and like I said, there was a person who was asking me about KCC. I said it's the Kentucky Consular Center. Is asking for the documents. I have to translate, or I have to send in Portuguese in the official language of my country. Now, like I told you guys, is that they will ask you if English is your first language or it's your second language. And if you do not understand English, they always get an interpreter. They always get an interpreter to interpret whatever that you are telling them. They do get interpreters, but the DS-260 guy should be filled in English. It should be filled in English. So you find that you can find someone who knows English to fill out the form for you. But when you go for the interview, because your DS-260, you have to indicate that you do not understand English, then you will be able to, they will be able to bring an interpreter. And like I said, an interpreter, what they do, they listen to the consular and then they translate it in your language, the one that you can understand, and then you answer, and then they tell the consular what you say. There is always no problem, because you find that even here in the US, we have people, we have the Spanish people. Some of them, they do not know English. We have other people from Africa who have come from the French countries. They only speak French, they don't know English. And you find that even when they are going for a doctor's appointment, they go with a translator. That's very common here. So do not be worried that you do not know English. They will help you. They will help you do that. But you find that when you come and live here in the US as a legal permanent resident, before you go, when you apply for your citizenship, before you go to do your citizenship test, you find that there is one thing that you will be tested on. You will be tested on English. So you find that when you come here, you will have to go and learn English. There's those classes for those people who do not know English, and they help them to understand. So there's that test that you will do for English. They will tell you to read a sentence or maybe to write or whatever, but there's that test that you will do when you have applied for your citizenship, because they want to make sure that you understand some of it. You understand some of it, and of course you will have to understand the Constitution and the history of the US before you become a US citizen. So that one happens when you're here. So do not worry if you do not know English, they will get you an interpreter. And that's a very, very important question. Now, Jacqueline Mwambia is asking me about J1 and J2 visa. I'm going to talk about that one. Here, I'm going to do a video on that just here in a few days. Susan Mwanja, hello Charity, I just joined, thank you. How does someone get to the host after winning? Now the host, I talked about networking. Guys, I talked about networking. It's very, very, very important to network. Know people with benefits, no friends with benefits. It's very important to know friends with benefits, because those friends with benefits are going to help you out when you need a host. They will. And like I said, I gave you an example. Like since I started my YouTube channel, I have known most of you, So even if I won't host you when you win your green card, maybe I might be able to look to help you and connect you with someone who can help you. You see what I mean? So you should look for those kinds of people. And you find that what I told you about networking is that you are online, you are on Facebook, you are on Twitter, on all that stuff. There are some people who live in the US that have